June 14, 1966, the Beatles' Butcher cover is recalled. The Yesterday and Today album, released on June 20th, 1966, featured a controversial cover that sparked criticism and led to a significant recall of copies. The cover, known as the Butcher cover, was the result of a conceptual art piece by photographer Robert Whitaker titled A Somnambulant Adventure. In the photo shoot, the Beatles were dressed in butcher smocks and surrounded by pieces of meat and plastic baby doll parts. The Beatles submitted photographs from this session for their promotional materials, and it was Paul McCartney who reportedly pushed for the inclusion of the controversial photo as the album cover, describing it as our comment on the war. The photo was also used for promotional advertisements and appeared on the cover of a British music magazine. In the United States, approximately 750,000 copies of Yesterday and Today were printed with the Butcher cover. However, the reaction to the cover was overwhelmingly negative, and Capitol Records received complaints from dealers. Under orders from Capitol's parent company, EMI, all copies were recalled, resulting in the rarity and collectability of the album. Some of the Beatles defended the use of the Butcher photograph, with John Lennon stating it was as relevant as Vietnam and McCartney dismissing the critics as soft. However, George Harrison disagreed, calling the idea gross and stupid. Capitol Records eventually apologized for the offense caused by the cover. Initially, Capitol ordered the destruction of the covers, and the Jacksonville plant disposed of its copies in a landfill. However, due to the large number of already printed jackets, Capitol decided to paste a conventional cover over the original ones. This new cover featured a picture of the band around an open steamer trunk. In terms of tape versions, there were no music tape versions of the Yesterday and Today Butcher cover. 8-track tape and reel-to-reel tapes were issued about a month after the vinyl album's release in 1966, while cassette tapes were not issued by Capitol Records until 1968.